like we said before, we're going to be doing a really quick movie countdown. I mean, we aren't going to do a whole lot of these. You know, it'll be more just stupid stuff that Derek and I want to talk about. But one of the things we do love is movies. I mean, we talk about movies all the time. In fact, what was it last week? Derek came over to my house, and I gave him a whole bunch of movies. Some that he hadn't seen, some that were, you know, some favorites between the two of us. But we always love talking about different movies and getting each other onto new ones. So we're going to talk about some of the movies that are upcoming.
Upcoming for 2011. That way we're not kind of discussing the stuff that will be coming out in the next month or however long when I post this.
Yeah, just, you know, that we're really excited about and everything.
And something we think you guys might be excited about too. However, I will say right now, Yogi Bear, do not see that movie. I don't care if you like Dan Aykroyd. I don't care if you like Justin Timberlake.
Yeah,
don't see the movie.
We're watching
the preview right out of the corner of my eye, and I figure don't see Yogi Bear.
Okay, Derek's going to start it off. So
I will start off. Apollo 18. Now, you might be thinking, hey, it's the sequel to Apollo 13. It's not. What it is, it's actually going to be based kind of along, from what I'm understanding, kind of along the same lines of like the District 9 feel. It's basically taken from the perspective of a Russian cosmonaut or the Russian program who uncover the secrets of Apollo 18, which was a scrapped U.S. mission to the moon, and they find out just exactly why it was scrapped and put undercover.
Spoiler alert, aliens.
Ah! It's actually your in-laws. But Apollo 18, check it out if you're interested.
Next one, we have Battle Los Angeles. Now, some people don't really know what this is about. It takes its name from an actual controversy that went on, where I can't quite remember everything that happened with it. I looked it up not too long ago, but there was a whole bunch of shelling. All the military bases in most of Southern California started firing off into the sky, and they didn't know why. They later then said that it was they heard something. Basically, they heard one of them go off, and so they thought they were under attack. So they all just started firing off, and it became known as the Battle of Los Angeles. Yeah.
No, it's a sequel to like the Battle for New York. It's a sci-fi shooter.
But the name of it is based off of something that really happened, Derek. All right, pause it. Let's look it up. So guess who was right after we looked it up?
Okay.
I was right. Happened in 1942. They thought the Japanese were attacking, and so they just started shelling the skies, because what do crazy white people do? Act crazy.
Blow stuff up.
Yeah, that was it. But the Battle for Los Angeles, or Battle Los Angeles, sorry, is basically going to be a movie, again, sort of District 9 style, where aliens come into to Los Angeles and start attacking, and shit goes really crazy, and people are like, oh my god, aliens, oh my god, what do we do? And then they fight them, and, you know, your usual thing, so.
And then, to kind of kick off the year with superheroes, because it's going to be a big superhero year, Captain America, the first Avenger, is going to come out. I'm excited for it.
Me too. How could you not be?
The actor is going to be playing Captain America. Yes, he was also the Human Torch? Human Flame?
Human Torch.
Human Torch. There's a Human Torch in the Fantastic Four series that will not be named. From
Jessica Alba.
But the stills from it look amazing. They haven't really released a trailer for it, so we don't really get a full feel of the movie. But definitely, if you like superhero movies, Captain America is where you want to start.
Any guys that remember the original Conan the Barbarian, Arnold Schwarzenegger, one of the most violent and sexually gratuitous movies they made. And this was a time when, you know, you got to realize showing full nudity was not really that terrible. It didn't warrant an X rating. So I count no less than, I think, 5 women Arnold Schwarzenegger absolutely just bangs in the original Conan. And they are making a reimagining of it, retelling of Conan the Barbarian. So I'm really looking forward to this. I know there won't be as much gratuitous nudity or probably violence either, because they can't get away with that with nowadays ratings.
So we don't know.
We don't know. I really hope so, because I'm not saying I want to see naked chicks. I've got the internet. Come on. It's basically what that made the movie. That's what made Conan the Barbarian, was how bad the acting was, because Arnold Schwarzenegger was terrible in it, and how violent it was, how stupid it was. Yeah. But you know what? It made it such a cult classic movie, and it was wonderful. So Conan is coming out, and keep an eye out for that one.
Also, Jon Favreau is going to be directing Cowboys and Aliens, which is an interesting matchup and one I'm incredibly excited for.
Comic book as well.
Comic book as well. You're going to have Daniel Craig and Harrison Ford as cowboys in the Wild West.
A couple other people as well.
Olivia Wilde is going to be in it. But it's basically cowboys are attacked by aliens.
Well, Daniel Craig is the main guy.
He is.
And he has amnesia, wakes up with a thing on his wrist, looks like a shackle.
Which was apparently, from what I learned, it was part of the script that Steven Spielberg wanted, and that was the only thing that they wanted to keep from the original script.
Steven Spielberg is also, he's got a hand in Cowboys and Aliens, so hopefully that'll be a good one.
I mean, Cowboys and Aliens is like Nazi zombies. Ooh,
Definitely.
I think a fun movie.
They made one.
Oh.
Called Dead of Winter or something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, who cares? It's Nazi zombies. You got to see it. Next one that I actually put on this list personally for myself. Footloose. I love Footloose. I love Kevin Bacon. I love the music. Kenny Loggins. Come on, who doesn't like Kenny Loggins? If you everybody remembers Footloose. You know.
For the record, Zac Efron is not slated to be in it, so it'll actually be a good movie.
Thank God. You all know Footloose. You know, Utah town, where dancing is outlawed and forbidden because it gets in the way of nameless religions, ethics, and everything. So you know, then Kevin Bacon comes in and he starts dancing and he causes a storm and he changes all of those backward hick Utahns' views and it's a great story. It is. I mean, it's a bad story, but it's a great movie and Kevin Bacon does a wonderful job in it. So retelling of Footloose will be great to see. The next one, we're usually doing a one-off thing here, but
that's kind of how it actually just kind of goes down the list.
Derek doesn't know too much about this one. This might sound weird that I'm actually recommending this, but The Girl with the Dragon Tattoo. It is the second book. I can't remember what the first one was called, but it's an pretty old thriller mystery from Sweden about kind of family intrigue and mystery and murder, and it's actually a really great book series. The first movie was pretty decent, to be honest, for a very low budget movie. They did a good job with it. So you guys should either check out the first movie or pick up the whole book series because it's an absolutely wonderful thing. There's a Girl with the Dragon Tattoo. And I think the other one is that's going to be coming is The Girl Who Kicked the Hornet's Nest.
I think that's either the first one or the third one, I think.
Yeah, honestly, Girl with the Dragon Tattoo might be the first one. I can't quite remember. I do know I've seen it, and it's good.
All right. Going along those lines, Green Hornet, another superhero movie. It's going to have Ryan Reynolds, not Deadpool.
No, that's Green Lantern. Green Hornet's going to have Seth Rogen.
That is, with Seth Rogen and Kato. But we also have the Green Lantern on here, so we're going to have two different superhero movies, one coming from Marvel and one coming from DC. Right?
No, Green Hornet was not DC. Green Hornet was actually very old, very old. If you remember, Kato was a nameless Asian who went by the name at the time of Bruce Lee. He was the original Kato. And, this will be a really good one because it'll basically show how kick-ass Kato was.
Mm-hmm.
Because
and
he
from
was
the trailers, that's all it looks like.
Yeah.
Little Seth Rogen's in the back going,
Yeah, pretty much. And we have to say, Seth Rogen got in shape for this. I mean, he was, the fat, funny Jewish guy. I actually was watching Zack and Miri make a porno, and I made a comment that he looks like a Jewish walrus, which he kind of did. He did.
Okay. I was not there for that, so.
But he got in really good shape for this. Green Lantern.
All right, well, Green Lantern, it's Ryan Reynolds.
Awesome.
The trailers, from what they're actually stating,
man crush on Ryan Reynolds.
Well, I mean, he's got that personality.
Yeah, he
just
seems
the
like he'd be the coolest
sarcastic
best
wit.
friend
It's just
ever.
like, yeah.
And he's married to Scarlett Johansson. Oh, yeah.
Well, and from what they're saying, the Green Lantern is, I don't know if you've heard the same thing. They're actually kind of likening it to Star Wars with like the entire, yeah. And I kind of went, George Lucas, no.
Yeah. Please don't screw
but
things up, George
the
Lucas.
trailer for it looks great. It is online. If you want to go watch it, go for it. So that's the Green Lantern. Harry Potter 7.5. If you've seen the first one, I'm not going to spoil anything. Harry dies in the book.
No, he doesn't.
He does. In the book, he dies.
No, he doesn't.
In the 7th book here, Harry Potter dies. Do you want me to go get the book? I will show you.
He doesn't.
He dies.
No, he
Voldemort kills him, and then he gets into this trance that he dies.
Oh,
But the
that's
book- the
right.
book takes
and then,
place-
And then yeah, but then later he marries Ginny. Yeah.
Oh, spoiler.
Whatever.
Yeah. If you haven't read the 7th book by now, you're doing something wrong. But
You're doing
it's-
everything wrong. You're watching this vlog. That's number one of what you're doing wrong. What the fuck?
So, but basically, Harry Potter 7 is going to take place directly after the scene where Dobby is buried, and it's
Hi,
going to
Lauren.
deal with yay. It's going to deal with the entire battle for Hogwarts and the aftermath of it. It's basically going to be a war movie, and I'm incredibly excited for it.
Look at that excitement. Jane Eyre. I don't like Bronte. Okay, I really don't like Bronte, but this will be a great reimagining of Jane Eyre because I can't remember the director's name. However, he is going to be making it a horror thriller movie, which is just awesome, absolutely awesome. That someone's taking I mean, Jane Eyre was. I wouldn't say the book was a horror book per se, but it did have elements of a thriller and surprise in it. And but this movie, the trailer's out for it right now. You can take a look at it. It looks a bit more like a love story and everything, but it's also still kind of dark and mysterious. So check out the trailer for it because that looks like a really great movie, and hopefully it's a successful reimagination of a classic literature book.
It is. Now, Kung Fu Panda 2 is going to be coming out in 2011. I'm excited for this. It was one of those movies I thought deserved a sequel. Like, I just love Jack Black as a gigantic panda.
Because he looks
He does.
kind of.
It's a perfect character totem representation of it. But to go ahead and go along with that, I'm excited for this one. To be completely honest with you, I am not excited for Cars 2.
No,
I saw the trailer for it.
I agree with him here. What more are you going to do? They're talking
Drive
cars.
left.
Yeah.
We'll do a NASCAR movie.
Derek loves NASCAR. FYI, for all my friends who don't know Derek, he loves NASCAR,
I love NASCAR.
and I make fun of him brutally for it.
So Cars 2 I'm not excited for. Kung Fu Panda I am excited for. The other CGI movies are coming out. Rango, Rio,
Hi.
not you, like R-I-O.
And she dances on the sand.
She does dance on the sand. And then the other one is Mars Needs Moms. This is being done by Disney. There's a trailer for it for Harry Potter 7. I had no idea about this. I don't know what to think about it. Kind of looks the same lines of the Polar Express that came out a couple years ago. And Beowulf, but I don't know. So of CGI movies, I'm more excited for Kung Fu Panda 2.
Next one, Priest. All right, this is one I'm getting real excited about. This is another. I think Dark Horse is the one who did this. It is not a comic; it's a graphic novel. It has Paul Bettany. Now, a lot of you might be saying, "Paul Bettany? Who's Paul Bettany?" He sounds familiar. Well, if you remember A Knight's Tale, Henry Chaucer. That was Paul Bettany. Legion, not so much because Legion kind of sucked, but again, that was Paul Bettany.
Also the albino in Da Vinci Code.
Yes, he was. He was the albino assassin in the Da Vinci Code. Paul Bettany is a great, great actor. He's had some really bad roles, Wimbledon, Legion, a couple others, but he is a very good actor. Now, Priest is basically in the set far in the future, and he is a priest who defies the church law and goes out into the outer sections to find his niece who has been taken by vampires. And priests have been trained to slay the undead. So basically it is Paul Bettany being an amazingly kick-ass priest killing vampires.